Hey, what's up, Nerf Herders? Hope you're all doing well out there. So, just got back from MonsterMania a couple days ago out in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Amazing horror con. Went to twice last year in March and then August they do. And they have a third event they do in Maryland as well, which I've not been to yet, but I went to the last two in Cherry Hill. Had to go again this time. I plan on making this trip at least once a year, maybe catching both of these every year because they really do a fantastic job with this con. Love everything they do. They get amazing guests out there, and it's nice to get a little cross-country traveling. We live just north of Chicago here, so it's nice to get out on the road a little bit, get a nice little getaway with everything, and then go to another horror con and kind of see what things are like. But absolutely love it. My voice is a little bit hoarse because we barely slept. We drove out, did the con on Friday, and drove straight back. Played a show with my band Saturday, and just barely gotten any sleep. I'm a little hoarse from singing for 3 hours, so talking a little bit quiet here with everything. But I got some great autographs, so I'm going to just show you guys my pickups, the signatures, and just kind of talk a little bit about the con in between here because, like I said, I love everything that these guys are doing out there, and it's just, man, a fantastic con. If you've not been to MonsterMania in Cherry Hill, I highly, highly would recommend checking this thing out. It is absolutely fantastic. So, first thing here, of course, already got it on the Monster Squad hat. This is awesome, man. Just the Monster Squad's such a cool movie, dude, as it is. But I remember watching this as a kid, like over and over and over and over, and it's just one of those movies that's always kind of stuck with me. And I know they just did the documentary here coming out, Wolfman's Got Nerds, so I am super pumped to catch that. But nevertheless, I'm going to start off going over the signatures here, and then I'll go into a couple of the pickups and everything. So we went just on Friday, so drove out, did the con just Friday, and it was just, we go in, man, it's an espionage mission. We know what we're going to do. We get everything we need to get, and we get out. So we were able to knock this all out in one day, which was super cool because there's a lot of cons you might be able to get one or two signatures. They keep this very well organized to where things move pretty smooth. It does get a little bit convoluted, but just, as long as you find your place, you know where you're supposed to be, things will move quickly. So that's the only thing. Just know where you're going to go. And we do. So the big pull for why we went out there this go around was to meet Dolph Lundgren. This is one of those people that you don't, well, for me at least, didn't even have on my list of wanting to meet because I never thought this would be possible. So I never thought about this. So a huge Rocky fan. So pumped to have a chance to meet Dolph Lundgren. And we met Carl Weathers last August. They had him at the same convention there in Cherry Hill. So super cool that we got Carl Weathers and then Dolph Lundgren comes around. So can't be more stoked about this here. And here's the signature. So there's Dolph right there. Gorgeous signature. You got a signature there, and then, of course, Drago, and on the Tough Wear boxing glove. And Tough Wear, of course, is the brand of gloves that they used for the filming in Rocky 4, also Rocky 3, and I think Rocky 2. I know they used Casanova for the original Rocky, but definitely Tough Wear for 3 and 4. So the other glove that I got that matches this one, if there's ever a chance for Mr. T, it'd be great to have Carl Weathers, Mr. T, and Dolph Lundgren all lined up together. But just a gorgeous signature, and the gold really pops on here, and it's cool because the red and the gold is the Russian colors, and of course with the trunks and everything with the movie, just super iconic. But I love that he signed in gold. I wasn't even thinking about it until he busted out the gold marker and we saw him signing other people's gloves, and I was like, oh, it's perfect, man. Like, I'm expecting to sign in black because that's what I got Carl Weathers. But just a gorgeous signature. Really, really nice guy. We did a photo op with him as well, and that's a thumbnail. I don't know if I can overlay this in the video because I'm just doing a one take like I normally do, but it'll be the thumbnail in the video, of course. And but yeah, super cool to meet him. Next up here, and this was for the missus. She's a huge Rocky Horror Picture Show fan, so got an art print here, and she's got a couple signatures on there. But for this here was Meatloaf. So this was the new add-on right here, and he's got a very interesting signature. He signs more vertical than horizontal, which is kind of cool. It kind of worked out nice for this print because it's kind of hard to fit the right signature in here. So with him signing here and going just right down the line, kind of worked out really nice. But it's nice to get that added signature on there. And then my next personal favorite, next to the Dolph ones, is getting more on the Halloween poster because they had some more Halloween guests there. So I'm going to try to kind of watch the camera here so I know where this is going, but here's the Halloween poster, which is all signed up. So got a lot of nice signatures on here. But the new ones, Trying to get this right. We've got Will Sandin here, who was young Mike, age 6, so the little boy when he gets the mask pulled off in the beginning of the movie. And then we also had, you can see that there, Mickey Yablans, who was Richie, the little bully kid who was kind of bullying around, pushes, I'm blanking on the little kid's name now, but pushes him over, the pumpkin goes down, and then the shape grabs him and kind of scares the living shit out of him right there. But get to Scott, the boogeyman is coming, so it's nice to get a quote on that. Really cool. And then the third one here was Sandy Johnson, who, of course, was Judith Myers, and that was the first kill in the movie, Michael's sister. So some really nice signatures to get added onto this here. And just kind of go over everything real quick. Nancy Loomis on there, John Carpenter, who we had met last March, so a year ago, at the same convention. And then we got Nancy Stevens, who was Nurse Chambers, and we got her at the convention as well. Charles Cyphers, who was Sheriff Brackett, met him out there. Got James Winburn, who did stunts for the film. He was out here for Days of the Dead Chicago last year, so it was cool to get him on there. So was Nancy Loomis. He is the one, he did stunts and such, but most notoriously, he was the one who was in the shape with the mask when he went out the window when Loomis shot Michael, and then he went out the window over the balcony. That was him. So it was really nice to get that on there. And then we've got, of course, the shape himself, Nick Castle, who is primarily known for being Michael Myers, even though a couple people did wear the mask. This is the man right here. And another really nice signature on here, too. Very unique signature is Tommy Lee Wallace. So he signs all the way down the blade and just kind of dots it off to the end of the poster, which is super cool. It's a nice, unique signature. It has a really nice touch onto this as well. But Tommy Lee Wallace, he also wore the mask in the movie. Most notoriously was the closet sequence when Michael's kind of, bashing through the closet there to get into Laurie. And ironically went on to direct the Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. So it's a really nice signature because he was in the mask in the original, and Halloween 3 is a fantastic film, and I'm glad that it has found his audience. So it's a nice signature to have him on there too. So I'm super proud of everything on here right now. Definitely got to get a couple more. It'd be nice to get, PJ Souls, and hopefully, fingers crossed, man, Jamie Lee Curtis does something again. I'm willing to travel wherever I need to go to get Jamie Lee Curtis for sure, but that's all the signatures. And then just a couple pickups. The hat I already kind of went over. Dope-ass hat, man. I love this hat. And the craft. This was cool to grab. They had a reunion for the craft at MonsterMania. It's the first time they had everybody out together. So Feruza Balk, Nev Campbell, Robin Tooney, Rachel True, everybody. First time they ever had a reunion with all 4 of them together, which is super cool. This comes out tomorrow on Blu-ray, and Diabolic, is it DiabolicDVD.com or just Diabolic.com? I'm not sure, but they had this a little bit early. They got it, I think, the morning of or the day before, so it worked out great to grab this because I was really hoping that they would have this there. So it was nice to get the craft. Scream Factory release. Scream's still killing it with everything they do. And what else do we got here? Grabbed a couple of shirts. Let those kind of chill. Geno Steaks in Philly. They're the best, man. They're the best. I got a Geno Steaks shirt, shot glass there. Got a pretty cool Skynet shirt. Actually, here, I'll bust this out real quick because it's not so much horror, but it's fucking Terminator, man. So, just a really cool Skynet shirt, though. So, yeah, just a really neat shirt. And then a couple of glasses. Sorry for the finger, this stuff here. I'm trying to do this with the front-facing camera with everything. But a couple of cool glasses here. Rocky Horror Picture Show. Got Dr. Frankenfurter there, of course. And these are really neat because this isn't like any kind of a decal. This is actually etched into the glass. So you can wash these, or dishwasher safe. It's always going to stay. So they're really, really nice quality. Sam from Trick or Treat. Thought this was pretty cool that they had that. It's nice to see a lot of Trick or Treat stuff. I feel like this stuff is a lot easier to find now. That movie is, it's going to be a cult classic. That movie is going to be around forever, man. I guarantee it. It's just so damn good. And then Leslie Vernon, dude, from Behind the Mask. I was super surprised that they had this. I had to grab this here because this is such a fantastic movie. I fell in love with this movie the first time I saw it, right when it first came out. And it's so cool that Scream got a hold of this and put out a really nice release for this too. But this, if you have not seen this movie, Behind the Mask: The Rise of Leslie Vernon, I cannot recommend this enough. This is easily one of the most unique horror films to ever come out, and they don't miss a beat with this. It's just a fucking perfect movie. So I am so stoked to have that there. And let me see. I got everything like right here in the collection, but here's a Scream Factory release if you guys have not seen that yet. But gorgeous artwork there. I tell you right now, man, I'll end this video with saying this: go watch this movie. It's so good, so good. But that is gonna do it because I'm gonna start rambling on here. But MonsterMania, fantastic convention. Appreciate the hell out of everybody that puts that thing together, because they definitely care about the fans and the experience. They've made changes that have definitely made it a better experience for other people. We haven't had any trouble there, but I know some people have been frustrated with things going back from last March and stuff, and they've definitely accommodated for that. So they really, truly care about creating a great experience for their fans and anybody that wants to attend the event. They're very active on social media, so go check them out on Facebook, MonsterMania. Just cannot recommend it enough. You guys should check them out. Show some love and support for those guys, because they are doing God's work with getting all of these people out to meet fans. I absolutely love what these guys do. So that's going to do it, though, guys. Leave some comments down below. Just want to know your thoughts on any of this stuff here. If you've got any recent signatures or any cool pickups lately, would love to know what you guys are up to. And if you've been to MonsterMania, would love to know what your experience was at MonsterMania. So that's going to do it. Thank you guys again, as always, for all the support. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day. New to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Catch you all next time. Thanks.